"Ma'am, please, can I just get a little bit of rice with this dollar?" The cashier didn't even blink before she lost it. She started laughing right in his face. "Are you serious, old man? $1? Even the beggars outside would laugh at that. Look, if you're that hungry, go check the trash out back. It'll be a lot faster." Behind him, the line started buzzing. People were covering their mouths, snickering. Someone from the back shouted, "Hey, Grandpa, why don't you just ask God for help? Maybe he's got some spare change." The whole store erupted. It's easy to mock someone when they're too weak to fight back, right? But what they didn't know was that, in just a few minutes, every single smile in that room was about to vanish. This happened in a small grocery store just outside of Houston. The old man's name was Samuel Reyes. He was 80 years old, wearing clothes that had been patched so many times you couldn't tell the original color. His feet were swollen, shoved into broken sandals, and his hands, they wouldn't stop shaking as he leaned on his wooden cane. He held that wrinkled dollar bill out one more time. "I'm not trying to be a problem," he whispered, his voice cracking. I haven't eaten since yesterday." The cashier just rolled her eyes. "Sir, seriously, don't make this harder than it needs to be." More laughter. Samuel didn't say another word. He just reached into his pocket and pulled out a tiny cloth pouch. Inside was a small, neatly folded piece of paper. He placed it gently on the counter next to his dollar. "I don't have more money," he said softly, "but I wrote this prayer this morning. Maybe God will hear it." That set them off again. "Oh, brother, now he's trying to buy groceries with a prayer. This is gold." "That's enough." The laughter cut off instantly. The store manager, Daniel Brooks, stepped forward. He looked at the crowd, then down at the counter. He picked up the folded paper and opened it. As he read it, his face just froze, his throat tightened. The silence in the store became deafening. The paper said, "I was young and now I am old. Yet I have never seen the righteous forsaken, nor their children begging bread." Daniel looked at Samuel and his voice was thick with emotion. "Sir, please just stay right here." The crowd watched confused as Daniel walked to the back. A minute later, he came out lugging a massive box. Rice, milk, eggs, bread, enough food to last a month. He slammed it onto the counter with a heavy thud. Samuel's eyes went wide. I can't pay for all this, son." Daniel leaned in and spoke softly. "You already did. You paid with the one thing no one else in this room seems to have, faith." The people who were mocking him seconds ago, they couldn't even look him in the eye. They just stared at the floor. As Samuel walked out, dragging that heavy box, he looked stronger than when he walked in. On the counter sat a single dollar bill and a prayer that changed everyone who saw it. Daniel stared at that paper for a long time and whispered, "Some people have nothing, and yet they're richer than all of us." If this story touched your heart, comment faith below. Let's remind the world that faith never embarrasses anyone.